It says he made a whip, and he's driving out these expensive cattle. He's letting the cages open of the doves. And he's walking over it with one hand. He's whipping out cattle. Get out of here, get out of here. And he's flipping up this table. He's not sinning, but he's mad. He's peed. All over this system that's become more about people and money and convenience than it is about God. Why are you here? Why are you here? What'd you bring? What did you need from God before you got up this morning? Just a good habit? Just time to go? I need to go? I better go? God will get me if I don't go? What was it? See, this whole thing was cumbersome. It was supposed to be cumbersome. It was supposed to be hard to do. We went through a phase in Southern Baptist life of the 45-minute service. And churches would compete. They would actually advertise. In and out, 45 minutes. I never bought into that. In and out. We get you in and out. Anybody ever if you grew up Baptist, did you grow up with the joke of who's going to beat each other to the restaurants? Yeah. And you would start looking around going, I think I'm going to go to church over there. They eat before I do. You see, you get it done. I mean, you got it. It's over. I mean, how many of you, honestly, you'll go home today and you're like, I feel good. I went to church. Got that done. See what's on TV. And that's it. That's the impact worship made on your life, is that it's done. It's over. It's done. I wonder what we're going to do next week. I wonder what's going to happen next week. You might look at Wednesday night if you're prone to come on Wednesday night. I can't wait for Bible study. But that's the impact. It didn't do anything. You got it done. Feel a little good about it. It's awesome. You'll pull out and you're like, oh, 15 minutes earlier there wouldn't have been as much traffic. Periodically, or there's one time through the year when there's a biker thing. Honestly, I had people come to me. Now listen, they're going to cross our path at 12. We know they're coming at 12. If you'll get us out at 10 till, we can be in front of them. We didn't dismiss till 12:20 that week. And that was by design. No, I usually don't do anything for spite, but that one was for spite. You know, that stuff's good for McDonald's and Burger King. My son, this week, said, you know what, Dad, you need one of them guard shacks that they got at school, and people could just go around our circle, and they could drive up to you. I'm like, what am I going to do in there? He said, I don't know, whatever you do with it, but they could be lined up. I said, is there a fee involved here? And he's like, now you're on to something, he said. Third conversation I had about that. How bad would that be? But that's how we've created this. This has become, the customer is always wicked, is right. The customer is always wicked. That's how you do it. Has anybody got $1? I don't even have $1. Come on, dig deep. Come on. There you go. I would tell you you're going to get this back. I'll just show you. This is how we do it. This is the difference in who you're either here as a consumer or a worshiper. This is how you look at this every day, not just today, not just in church, but every day. This is my dollar. Well, it is now. I've got $1, and now I'm going to go find out who will give me the most without me having to give as much. That's how economy works. I'm going to go see who will give me the most for my dollar without inconveniencing me the most? Can anyone say online shopping? We do online church. How many of them do you think take advantage of it just because it's online? And how many of them do it because that's the only way they can get here? So this dollar, this represents who I am. Now I'm going to go and I'm going to either be a consumer. I'm either going to look at it that way. I'm going to say, I want to know how much I can get for this, and I'm going to shop around. I'm going to visit places, and I'm going to see how much they're charging. Before I let go of this dollar, before I let go of it, I'm going to make sure I've spent it the best way possible, where I got the most and it didn't inconvenience me as much. Now, what do you do with that when it comes to religion? What do you do with that? Men, are you paying the way for others? Or are you a worshiper? Are you going, I want as many people to get as much as they can out of this dollar of mine? What if you started doing your whole life like that? This is mine, but I want to see how many people can get as much as they can out of it. That's a worshiper. You see, guys, we're supposed to be paying the bill for all these people to learn about God. Let me tell you why I think the main reason this just rubbed Jesus the wrong way. If you know anything about the temple, you'll understand why this is a problem. The way the temple is set up, there's God. He's in the middle. He's represented in the Holy of Holies. Nobody goes there but the high priest, and he goes there once a year. Not even this festival. Outside of that was where the high priest goes, and then outside of that, there are the other priests, okay, the temple priests. Outside of that are the Jewish men. Outside of that are the Jewish women and kids. Outside of that is where we find Jesus throwing a fit. It's called the Temple of the Gentiles. It's where people go that don't know God. It's where people go that are kind of looking. They're not atheists. They're looking. So what Jesus walks into is a place where he's supposed to be represented to a whole bunch of people that don't know him. And their first image of him is that he's all after their money. Is that he doesn't care anything about them. Can you imagine walking into that? You don't know God, you're looking, and you walk in and you sit down outside the temple of the Gentiles, and you're just wondering, man, I hope somebody will tell me about God. I'm really having this in my life. I hope there's some peace here. I hope I can find some joy here. And people just pass you. Hey, guy, got stuff to do. Got some things. You can't sit here. I'm changing money here. You're going to have to go find someplace else. No, you can't stand there. I've got a bunch of cattle coming through here. You're going to have to move over there. No, you can't be there. That's where the doves are going to get led. You're going to have to go find another place to stand. I'm here to learn about God. I'm going to tell you, you need to go check in over there. You need to pay your tax over there. I got to pay a tax? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Everybody's got to pay a tax now. Listen, if you're here and you don't know God and you put money on a plate that passed by you, I want to give it back. I want to just pass it back out to you. Because that's our job. It's our job to flip the bill of ministry so that people know God. Why are you here? So that people can know God. That's the reason they came. To know God and to love Him so that others will know Him. That's why you're supposed to have come in the door today. So that people will know God. It takes you to make this thing run, yes. For the purpose of people knowing God. For the marginalized, the poor, the homeless, the single moms, the orphans, the widows, the kids that are downstairs that didn't have parents that drug them, They maybe just sent them. You're here so that they can know about God. But hey, I need to learn more about God. You just had lesson number 1. It's not about you. Your lesson is that it's about learning for other people to know Him. Awesome, you're a Christian. Praise God, do something with it. You don't come to church so that you feel good. You don't come to church so that things go your way. Our culture is the only culture who church hops. We're the only culture who designed that phrase. Church hopping. Why do you church hop? Why? Because you're upset. Because you're not comfortable. Because it's not convenient for you. I can't worship there. I got news for you. You can't worship anywhere. Because you're making it about you. Yeah, there's a level of it's just got to be, there's a whole level in that temple that's just going to be right. It's just got to be right. Make it right. That's what Jesus was doing. He was coming, he said, make this right. Make this about me. Make the whole coming about me. Make the whole service about me. Make everything about me, and everybody get along. As long as they're coming to find out about me. Church hopping? That's when it would be cool to have the tax. That would make it really convenient for me. I mean, if you paid to get in here, awesome! I could sell you songs. You could pick. I like the praise songs that weren't as loud. I'll give you $5 for that one. I don't like those hymns. I'm not paying for that one. Cool. It costs you $1 a minute for me, and I'm long-winded. See, she wants 50 for. See, it'd be awesome, really convenient for me. Then there's Jesus who comes in with the whip. Then it becomes inconvenient for me. But think about it. See, I don't know where you're at. I don't know how you feel. I don't know what's in your brain. I don't know what's going through your heart. I don't know none of that. I don't really have a way to tell you today this is what you should take away. Other than, why are you here? What did you bring? Now, I can tell you what to bring. You can bring your desire for God. You can bring that trouble that's been bugging you all week, all month. You can bring family problems. You can bring work problems. You can bring bad attitudes. You can bring your hopes, your dreams, your desires, and you can hand them to God. You can lay them, and it's figurative, but lay them at the feet of Jesus, which simply means I'm going to let these things die to you. And I'm going to take what you have to offer and replace it. And I am going to stop being a consumer, and I'm going to stop asking, what can I get? I'm going to ask, how can others know because of what I do? No, this isn't a money sermon, and I'm not going to keep her money. Okay, if a preacher ever says, I want to give you this back, and you go, no, you keep it, we're going to keep it. We're not going to say, no, you bring it back. No, that's a big screw up right there. You get to pick your song. No, this is pretty much an aristocracy, or whatever it's called. Are you going to be a consumer, or are you going to be a worshiper? Why are you here? I mean, I'm glad you're here. I truly am. But if you're only here because this church is better than that church, or if you're only here because you happen to got mad at that church, or if you're only here because mom and dad taught you every week, get up and go to church, if that's the only reason you're here, let me teach you something. Let me tell you something. There's a much more that God offers than that. And He offers His love. He offers a way for you to love. He offers a way for you to fulfill that commandment where you love Him more than anything else on the planet, and you love everybody else as much as you love yourself. He offers that. And that's why I'm here. Why are you here? What did you bring? When you come back, if you're a man, you bring all that and you bring your money. And you fulfill the obligation of ministry. You and I are supposed to be footing the bill. Are we? Yeah. No. Maybe. Only you know. Only you know. See, God's just doing some weird things in your life right now. He's brought all kinds of things to your mind, and you're having to go, is that okay? Yeah. Is that okay? Let Him deal with you. Don't assume you're too old to get dealt with. Don't assume you're too young to get dealt with. Don't assume you've been in church way more than everybody else, so you don't need to get dealt with. Let God deal with you. It is a constant flow of Him dealing with us. Why are you here? Ask yourself that next week. Ask yourself that tomorrow. Why? Why? Stand with me. Let me pray for you. First, let me invite you to tonight. This was not about guilt or money, so if you got that, that was on you. But I'm going to give you an example of a real inconvenient way to serve God, if you want to. Tonight, we're going to go to a nursing home where people didn't get to get out and come in here and have good music and do whatever and be with each other. We're going to go to a nursing home and we're going to just walk room to room and just love on people. Really low impact. It's really inconvenient for us. Traffic's going to be horrible. It's going to take us 35 minutes just to get from the church to the bridge. Horribly inconvenient. Then we're going to go spend an hour over there. And they're not going to give us a thing back. Not one thing back. And if you get something, that's on you. I mean, it is absolute. So this isn't, but think about that. Think about what you are going to do today. Because I hope it's not just this 1 hour and 15 minutes that you gave Him today. I hope there's more to it than that. This is the day the Lord made. Let's rejoice, be glad in it. And let's serve Him all over it. So if you want to go with us, 5:30, be on the bus out here. You can follow us. You can just meet us over at Health Park. And we'll just go out and serve some people. The rest of the stuff is in the bulletin we want you to be a part of while you're in town, however long you're in town. Because while you're here, we count you as family. We count you as partners in ministry here on Fort Myers Beach. And we want you to come along and be with us. I pray God has spoken to you today, and I pray more that you'll allow Him to now manipulate your life and change it for what He has. John Smith, would you dismiss us?